Emma was just licking her bum and she fell off the bed. And now she's acting like she's traumatised. Look at her. Are you okay? Are you okay, sad puppy? Was you licking your bum and you fell off the bed? And you didn't know what happened? You were scared? You weren't looking where you were going, were you? And you just fell. Oh, she don't give a shit. You sulking now? You ignoring me? Because I'm laughing at you. Are you ignoring me because I'm laughing at you? Emma? She genuinely is. What a cow. I haven't vlogged in a few days, so I thought I would vlog today. Not a lot is happening other than excruciating pain and bed. Oh, now you're interested. This bitch. I want to lie here. In the most awkward position possible. As you know, if you watch my videos, the past sort of couple of weeks I was in a not very nice place, quite a nasty depressive episode, and I just couldn't do anything. And then as I was coming out of it, I kind of realised maybe more of it was to do with my autoimmune disease rather than actually being depressed, because although for the majority of it I didn't feel like I wanted to do anything and I had no motivation to do anything other than sleep, the rest of the time, sort of the last few days of it as I was coming out of it, brain fog, what was I saying? The last few days as I was coming out of it, I actually wanted to do a lot of stuff. So it made me wonder, is the tiredness I'm feeling more to do with my pernicious anemia? So I had a medication review with my doctor on Tuesday anyway, and I said to him I wanted to talk to you about my pernicious anemia because the injections of B12 that I was supposed to get were supposed to get rid of a lot of symptoms like fatigue and all my sort of aches and pains that I get throughout my body. And if anything, they're getting worse. So, and he said that none of that must be caused by my pernicious anemia because my B12 levels are normal now and they've been normal for a while, so it must be something else. So he's done a blood test on me to check my vitamin D. So hopefully he's hoping that it's just a case of where I've been sort of cooped up inside for the last 8 months, as we get most of our vitamin D from the sun. I just don't have enough vitamin D, and I've looked into it and it can cause all sorts of aches and pains and tiredness, so it might very well be that. And I'm hoping it's that, and I'm hoping that we don't have to do any more tests. But he did chuck in there that because I've already got one autoimmune disease, it does mean I'm prone to others, so there may be more prodding and poking. Joyous. Last night I went to sleep at 7 o'clock and I've only just woken up and it's like 7:30. What the hell? I had a lot of sleep paralysis last night, which was not very pleasant. If you've ever had sleep paralysis, it's where you're still asleep, but I think your body is like half awake, so you open your eyes, but you can't move your body. And because you're still sort of in that dream state, you hallucinate, and it's normally quite scary. You hallucinate scary things. So I kept waking Luke up throughout the night and saying, like, there were times when I couldn't tell if I just had sleep paralysis or if I was scared that there was something bad in the room, like spiritual. So I'd wake him up and I'd go, Luke, I'm scared. And he'd sit up and he'd be like, what? And he'd look at the door as if like he needs to go beat someone up because someone's broken. I was like, no, I can't tell if I had sleep paralysis or not. And then I had horrible dreams, and I had one really weird dream. My dreams are so vivid, I never really talk about them. But me and Luke and Emma were playing a game, like a video game, but it was like the next level virtual reality, so everything around us was the game. And we were stuck in this world where you had to try and escape, but every time you had to look for weird things in the world to escape, like weird items like a totem that would help you escape, but every time someone in that world caught on to you trying to leave, they would come and beat you up or kill you. And we kept sort of looping over the same 30 seconds over and over again. And there was a time where we were staying in a caravan, and we walked into the caravan one night after trying, like, all of the time to try and get out. And I turned to him and I said, Luke, what if we're dead? What if me, you and Emma died and this is what, like, the afterlife is? And then after I said that, loads of people started chasing us and they were really scary and they were trying to kill us and ugh. So I'm glad that was just a dream. I'm glad that's not the frickin' afterlife, Jesus. But yeah, my dreams are so vivid, I could tell you, like, every room we went into, I could tell you, like, what season it was, what everyone was wearing, you know, I could write a book about every dream I have. It's so vivid. You can tell I'm feeling a lot better mentally because I'm actually talking and I'm a gobshite when I'm feeling okay, so everything's okay with me. I just have dodgy bones, but we're trying to figure out what it is, so everything's fine. I think I'm going to have another bed day. I'm going to do some journaling and oh, yeah, I had art therapy on Tuesday, and Monday night was the night that I didn't sleep at all because I was in so much pain, and I kept Luke up most of the night because I was, like, crying because I was so sore. So, I'm sorry, I know I'm gross, I'm just, like, picking eye crust on camera. So no, sorry, that must have been Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, I had art therapy in the morning. And I had to lie down on the floor because I couldn't sit for too long. If I sit upright, it hurts all the time anyway. But then if I sit for any longer than 20 minutes, then it's so painful. So in a way I'm kind of excited because if it just turns out to be low vitamin D, that's easily fixable. And if that means I'm not going to be in pain, then that's really bloody exciting. So I'm feeling okay. My art therapy sessions are coming to an end, so I've bought some of the materials that I really like using in my sessions to use at home. So whenever I'm feeling if I have a panic attack or if I'm feeling really low or really high, I'm gonna try and put my emotions on the paper. And I think it's going to be a really good way of coping with feelings of self-harm and, you know, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. So that's exciting. That's all I have to say right now, and I've probably babbled on for fucking ages. Sorry. I'm editing a video and I'm gonna fall asleep. Send help. Popsicle! I'm taking the dog downstairs so she can have doggy time and I can have a sleep. It's a bit cooler down here, isn't it? It's a bit better. Is that a bit better for you? Oh my god, I feel dizzy just doing that. I'm sick. Something ain't right. I called the doctors, by the way. Is there somewhere I can put this? I can't cope. I'm so tired all the time. I called the doctors for blood results, and apparently my vitamin D is low, but it's not low enough to be classed as a deficiency, which is good and bad, I guess. I don't really understand it, and the woman that was reporting the blood tests, I don't think she really knew that much about it yet. So I've got an appointment with my GP on the 19th, I think. So we'll talk about it then. I'm worried because I'm taking that to mean that it's the vitamin's not low enough to be causing me the pain that it's causing me, which means I'm gonna have to have more tests done. But maybe that's just my anxiety. I let it get ahead of me and I make assumptions, but I'll just wait to speak to my GP. And in the meantime, if it gets any worse, then obviously I'll go in, but boo for tests. This is what I have to choose from to read today. Oh, my hands are still really shaky. It's really frustrating. So all of these books are kind of good because they're books that you can kind of pick and read as and when. It's not like a story that you'll get stuck into, although maybe not this one. I don't know about this one because that actually is a fiction book. But all of them are kind of books that if you're not feeling well enough for a couple of weeks, you can kind of go back to. I did start reading this. Everything. My mum's given it to me to read because she read it and she really liked it. And I like the idea. I think it's a girl, yeah, she's allergic to everything outside. But from so far, what I've read, it's a little bit young for me and a little bit teenage angsty for me. I prefer, you know, darker, creepier, stalkery, perverted books. For lack of a better way to put it. This is an exception, obviously. I've got to have a little bit of, you know, girly sop in my life. So I might try and read this some more. We'll see. I've only read, you know, a couple of chapters, so maybe I'm judging too quickly. Oh, but then I've just seen a chapter with the title TTYL. yeah, I don't know if I can deal with that. The temptation to just lie back on the floor now is unreal. That's how I spend most of my days. I think I'm going to take this with me. And we'll see. Bye, small dog. Bye-bye. I'm just going to get my drink and slowly back out of the room. Bye-bye. Oh God. Chest pains. Doing the smallest thing uses so much energy. It's ridiculous. I remember the days when I was a kid where I used to blimmin' run around fields all day, run around on my bike. I used to be a pro on the pogo stick. That's not a euphemism. I literally used to be like one of the best with a pogo stick. And now I can't even walk upstairs with a drink without feeling like I'm gonna faint. I think I said earlier in the vlog that I'm starting to do art therapy at home now because my sessions are coming to an end. So if I feel, you know, not too great, then that's what I'm doing. So if I feel like any mood swings coming on or anything like that, I start drawing crap. And I don't really pay much attention to what I'm drawing. I kind of just make shapes and pick colours and do whatever my hand wants me to do. So this is what I made after I left you earlier. It didn't start off as an eye, but now it looks like an eye. There's normally an eye in everything I do when it comes to art therapy. And when I drew this, I felt very tired, I felt anxious, and that was about it. Just anxious and tired of being anxious. So this is what it came out like. But I really do recommend people like looking into art therapy and giving it a go because it really is very useful. Luke has gone out for a drink with his brother and dad. I was going to say his son. He doesn't have a son. We don't have a son. And he's bringing me back chocolate, which is nice because I've already been spoilt because it's our anniversary on Sunday and we're both really bad at keeping presents and stuff, so he's already given me my chocolate. I am a spoiled lady. Oh my god, look at them all. They smell and taste so fucking good that I'm savouring them. Even just the smell of them though, like I'm not a fussy girl when it comes to chocolate. I'll eat anything, and usually I prefer cheap chocolate to fancy chocolate. I'm really not that hard to please. I'm a cheap date, mostly. But honestly, like even just smelling these. Oh yes. Excellent. Much too good for children. Points to you if you know what I'm referring to. Hey. I think I am a lot like Trunchbull in many ways. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here for this evening. As I said, Luke's gone out, so I'm just going to natter to you guys on Twitter and maybe find a movie or something. Yes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye!